Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we can discuss Cop and a Half. Now, this movie stars Burt Reynolds as a hardened police officer. He knows, he knows his trade inside and out. He will throw the rule book out the window, but he always gets his man. He's seen it all, done it all, except that he can't seem to find a break in his latest case. He does get a little bit of a break, however, whenever it turns out there's a witness, but it's a little kid, and the kid is basically cop coded, right? He wants to be a police officer more than anything. And he witnesses the crime, and because he is cop coded, he takes a bunch of like notes and names and license plate numbers, all that kind of stuff. But he's not willing to turn that information over to Officer Burt Reynolds unless he gets to become a cop himself. And that's kind of the premise here of Cop and a Half is Burt Reynolds and a sassy child taking on organized crime. This movie is bananas. There's so many parts in this that it's just like, what were they thinking? Why would you put this in a movie? The bond between Burt Reynolds and this kid is absolutely hilarious. Burt Reynolds is played as like kind of a badass cop, like a tough guy, the ultimate cop. He's a complete dork. I don't know any other, but like in the most entertaining way. Like it's so hilarious. This movie's got like some action stunts and stuff like that. A lot of times they have like obvious stunt doubles for Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds' hairpiece is hilarious in this. There are some cringe scenes. There's a great, really action-packed finale that I thought was really fun. This movie has tons of comedy. It's got tons of action, but it is absolutely ridiculous. The little kid is hilarious. The way he interacts with everyone is hilarious. This entire premise is just outlandish and ridiculous. But I can't help but like it because it is so strange. And I know they made a sequel with Lou Diamond Phillips, and I can't wait to see that one either. But Cop and a Half I found to be insanely entertaining. It is very weird at times. It's definitely, I'm making this review in 2025. It's definitely a different time than it was when the movie was made. But man, what a strange movie. What an interesting vehicle for Burt Reynolds. And in the end, I just, am I surprised that it didn't win Best Picture? No, but is this a memorable, entertaining, and I think noteworthy movie just because of how strange it is within especially within the Burt Reynolds canon. But anyway, that's my review for Cop and a Half. If you want to check out more of my reviews, I've got a full movie review playlist right here on YouTube. But thanks so much for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.